that I played. I don't think remember to hit submit at the
form. Everybody who played on any one of these three teams in any rounds this week should fill out this form online. It's a Google form that gets your name and how to pronounce your name so that we can get you on the program for reading out awards at the awards general assembly. So if you haven't finished or at least started completing the form, let us know. All right. Did you already check all their name tags? Okay. Okay. Audience. Please remember, or let me just ask you, not to stream any other rounds or use any listening devices, and by that we mean earphones, while you're in here. So one round is enough. You can watch the streams later. They'll still be up. Players, make sure to remove your smartwatches and store your cell phones, and obviously silence them as well. Let's do a buzzer check.
On 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All 4. First player. You 2.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, my brain was not blocking.
Okay. All right, everybody remember to wait until recognized for a toss-up. So wait for A1 before you start answering, because you're only guessing that you're the first one in, right? Until you hear your letter and number. We do have spotters and scorekeepers in the room who are watching for consultation. Please do not do any consultation on toss-ups. That means don't talk to each other or look at each other or at each other's papers. Don't signal each other. So just look straight on up or down at your own paper during toss-ups. I know it can be, you might want to look at who's trying to answer when someone buzzes. Try not to do that, because it can look from up here like you're looking at your teammate. So just keep looking forward during the toss-ups. Okay? Audience, remember to stay quiet for the duration of the match, with the exception of right after the score checks at 5, 10, 15, and 20, where we will do clapping and whatnot. Hopefully not a lot of yelling. Not targeting any particular state, but just no yelling. You all have copies of the Aurelia passage.
No, you're not.
Oh, right. Thank you. Now you all have copies of the Aurelia passage. And I'm going to read that so you know how I'm going to pronounce my Latin today. Aurelia, qui urbs placebat, erat in Aegypto cum familia sua callida ingenti et equo. Tredecim ludos magnos Iovis in amphitheatro Alexandriae spectabant. Tandem hic equus iratissimos domum recurrere coepit. Aurelia Anglica dixit. You can read about the year 312 AD in history books, but can you tell us what the abbreviation OP period CIT period means? All right, can everyone hear me okay? That's how I'll try to read the whole thing. Cool. Who is captain of each team.
So C through D1 and A2.
Okay. And now I'm going to read a content warning for the Novice Division semifinal round. The study of the humanities often challenges us as we examine the full range of the human experience. This Certamen round contains mention of violence, particularly against animals, and incest. As always, take care of yourselves and reach out to your chaperones and sponsors if you need to talk about the content. All right, so unlike previous rounds, for semifinal matches, any challenges that you have need to be brought in before we read the 20th toss-up. So any challenges for questions 1 through 19 need to be raised in the room so that we can address them. That way, going into toss-up 20, everybody knows what's on the line. And obviously, if there's a problem with toss-up 20, just bring it up immediately. Let's not leave the room and then have a problem. That would be too late to have a problem. Okay? Does anyone have any questions? Oh, we do. Okay. So no questions?
No, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Let's begin then. 2024 NJCL Certamen Novice Division Semifinal Round. Toss-up number 1 for all teams. Give a synonym of the Latin verb deficit.
C4,
Festus.
I'm sorry, festus is not correct.
A2,
Neko.
I'm sorry, neko is not correct.
D1,
Demento?
I'm sorry, demento is not correct. So yeah, go ahead and clear it. The full question was give a synonym of the Latin verb defendo, which means protect or guard.
It's okay. I don't
So we could have taken custodio, servo, tueor, protego, praesideo, archeo, prothibeo, propugno, tutor, windico, paleo. And probably other things. No points on toss-up number 1. Toss-up 2 for all teams. Which English noun, derived from a Latin verb that means to place, means something formed by the chemical union?
A2,
Answer please. Adequate time. C4.
C4.
Compound is
Yes.
correct.
Oh my god, I was thinking about it, I was like, huh?
It means something formed by the chemical union of 2 or more ingredients. Compound is correct. Bonus 1 for Team C. Which English noun, derived from the Latin verb ligo, to bind, means a metal made by combining 2 or more metallic elements?
I think that's Miss Gabby's line. Can you repeat that comment?
Which English noun, derived from the Latin verb ligo, to bind, means a metal made by combining 2 or more metallic elements?
Sure.
Answer please. Sorry?
Go, just say it with confidence.
I'm sorry, lithium is not correct. The answer is alloy.
Oh! You should have thought my
Bonus 2. Which English noun, derived from the Latin verb hyreo, to cling, means the sticking together of particles of the same substance?
Is it bond? It's one of the bonds.
It's not
It's,
one.
there's
Covalent, and then
Can you
there's-
repeat the? Repeat, please.
Which English noun, derived from the Latin verb hyreo, to cling, means the sticking together? Answer please.
Hydrogen. Hydrogen bond.
Hydrogen?
No, sorry, hydrogen is not correct. The answer is cohesion.
Okay, these
So
are
10
biology.
points for Team C on toss-up 2. Toss-up 3 is the visual, and it's a toss-up visual because we're in semifinals. So we're going to hand out envelopes. Do not open them until instructed to do so. You may now open the visual, which shows images of animals doing various human activities. You have 10 seconds to examine it. Toss up. Responde latine. Quod animal in lapid.
C4.
Ursus?
Ursus is correct. Quod animal in lapide sedanes, piscem capere temptat, and it's Ursus. Bonus one for team C. Responde latine. Quod animal in bibliotheca librum legit.
Rabbit is Cuniculus.
Can you repeat?
Responde latine. Quod animal in bibliotheca librum legit.
Cuniculus?
Cuniculus is correct. And bonus two. Responde latine. Ubi feles saltat.
Litos. Sure.
What? Can you repeat?
Responde latine. Ubi feles saltat.
Yeah, so Litos.
Okay, I for Gracie.
Litos?
So what we were looking for was a prepositional phrase like in litore. Obviously you got the noun right. We're gonna check, but no points on that one for right now. 15 points for team C. I don't think you need to hand those back in. Yep. Go ahead and just set those aside. Y'all get to keep those as a little gift from the moderating staff to you.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Toss up 4 for all teams. Ranging from a large ornamental courtyard to a narrow
C2.
vestibule is correct. To a narrow opening before the door, what is the Latin term for the part of a Roman house which separated the atrium from the street is the vestibulum. Bonus one for team C. What was the Latin term for the wax likenesses of ancestors which were displayed in the atrium?
Can you repeat?
What was the Latin term for the wax likenesses of ancestors which were displayed in the atrium? Imagines is correct. Bonus 2. What was architecturally distinctive about the style of atrium called testudinatum?
Can you repeat?
What was architecturally distinctive about the style of atrium called testudinatum? Answer please.
3 columns?
No, sorry, 3 columns is not correct. What we're looking for is it didn't have the compluvium or impluvium. There was another floor of it. So that is 15 points for Team C on toss-up 4. Toss-up number 5 for all teams. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Ad patriam septem diebus perveni.
A2.
I need you to
We
complete
shall
it.
come to the country for 7 days.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
B1.
We arrived at the country in 7 days.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. For Team C only, translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Ad patriam septem diebus perveniemus.
C4.
We will arrive at the country within 7 days.
That's correct. We will arrive at the country within 7 days. So we had 4 7 days over here, and we had the past tense here. And we needed the future. Bonus 1 for Team C. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Equus a cliente ex urbe ducitur.
The horse is led from the city
Here, here.
by the.
Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Equus a cliente ex urbe ducitur.
Yes, the horse is led from the city by the client. Yes.
Answer please.
The horse
I need you to complete your answer.
is led from the city by the client.
The horse is led from the city by the client is correct.
Did you change?
Bonus 2. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Aedificia Paulo Altiora Saxis sunt. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Aedificia Paulo Altiora Saxis sunt.
The building. Wait, we should. The building.
Answer please.
The buildings are taller than the
I need you to complete your answer.
short rocks.
No, sorry, I can't take that. The buildings are a little bit taller than the rocks. That's what Thomas is doing there, not the short rocks.
It's okay.
15 points for Team C on toss-up 5, and after 5, let's check on the score.
Alright, after 5, teams A and B have yet scored. Team C has 55 for now.
Go and see.
Okay. So we have talked to the people on high about Luchos, and it is not acceptable. So no change to the score. We're on 3.
So, one question on the last one. So the word in the last post was a Pauli.
It was Paulo.
So I heard Pauli, but maybe I don't know if anybody else heard.
I
Anybody
heard
else?
that one. I heard that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Cool. Are we all settled? Cool. Toss up 6 for all teams. What Greek god who had no father?
A3.
Hephaestus.
Sorry, Hephaestus is not correct. I'm going to clear it. Teams B and C only. What Greek god who had no father and married his mother?
C1.
Answer please.
What?
Sorry, Oedipus is not correct.
C1.
Answer please.
Aries.
I'm sorry, Aries is not correct. The full question, what Greek god who had no father and married his mother was described by Hesiod as the primordial god of the sky? And the answer is Uranus.
Oh, no.
All right, no points on toss-up 6, toss-up number 7 for all teams. The Pantheon, Aqua Virgo.
C3.
Agrippa is correct. Aqua Iulia and a bath complex were all originally attributed to what general of Augustus, who was chiefly responsible for defeating Cleopatra and Mark Antony at Actium in 31 BC. It's Agrippa. Bonus 1. To what god was the temple in the Forum of Augustus dedicated?
Can you repeat?
To what god was the temple in the Forum of Augustus dedicated? Mars is correct. Bonus 2. What other former commander at Actium was responsible for Rome's first permanent amphitheater?
Can you repeat?
What other former commander at Actium was responsible for Rome's first permanent amphitheater?
Do you know anybody else?
Answer please. No, sorry, it's not Marcellus. This is Statilius Palus. So that is 15 points for Team C on toss of 7.
Excuse me. So I don't know if I can challenge this, but like, isn't Uranus like a primordial and not a god?
You can challenge that if you want. The the meaning of God is pretty flexible, in our opinion. So I don't think there's a lot of chance, but we can register that as a challenge if you want. And thank you for waiting for a break to watch it and being so polite. Thank you. All right, so toss-up 8 for all teams. Your future employer might ask you to provide them with a
C4.
CV, curriculum vitae.
CV curriculum vitae is correct.
I love you.
Might ask you to provide them with a resume that contains a brief list of your past accomplishments. What Latin phrase, often abbreviated with the letters C period, D period, can mean something similar to a resume, curriculum vitae?
No, that was the toss-up.
We're still pretty, I'm not going to repeat the topic. Bonus 1. The Latin abbreviation ADLIB period is also now commonly used in English to mean something done without previous preparation. What Latin phrase is abbreviated ADLIB period? The Latin abbreviation ADLIB period is also now commonly used in English to mean something done without previous preparation. What Latin phrase is abbreviated AD? Answer please.
Ad libitum.
Ad libitum is correct. Bonus 2. If someone tells you to V period S period in a document, what are they telling you to do in English?
To write it on the left page, or like check the left page.
Do you know the
If someone tells you to V period S period in a document, what are they telling you to do in English?
I believe you.
Yeah, check it. To check the left page.
No, sorry, check the left page is not correct. They're telling you to look up above, look higher up in the text with a supra. So that is 15 points for Team C on toss-up 8. Toss-up 9 for all teams. Translate only the verb form in the following command into Latin. Julia and...
C4.
Answer please.
Say.
Sorry, say is not correct. Go ahead and clear it. I will start over for teams A and B. Translate only the verb form in the following command into Latin. Julia and Aurelia, call the...
A2.
Vocate.
Vocate is correct. Call the children into the house. Vocate. Bonus 1 for team A. Translate only the verb form in the following command into Latin using duco. Marcus, lead the children out of the woods.
Duke. Duke.
Duke is correct. And bonus 2. Translate only the verb form in the following command into Latin using pharaoh. Children, bring the mushrooms you found inside.
A lot of them do, like, utility, but I think this one is Ferte.
Ferte is correct. 20 points for Team A on toss-up 9. Toss-up 10 for all teams. According to Polybius, what Roman commander wept at the destruction?
C3.
Scipio Aemilianus is correct. Wept at the destruction of Carthage because it made him think that Rome could one day suffer the same fate, even though he was the one responsible for sacking the city in 146 BC. It's Scipio Aemilianus. Bonus 1 for Team C. The pretext for Rome to go back to war with Carthage was due to their alleged conflict with what elder Numidian ruler, an ally of Rome since the end of the Second Punic War?
I feel the first one. Wait, you just. Then I hear you talk. Wait, you know.
Answer please.
Rome or Carthage?
No, I'm sorry, Micipsa is not correct. It's Massinissa.
Dang it, that's the word. That was my fault.
Bonus 2. In the same year that Carthage was destroyed, what Roman commander was responsible for the sack of Corinth?
Can you repeat?
In the same year that Carthage was destroyed, what Roman commander was responsible for the sack of Corinth? Answer please.
Mobius.
Sorry?
Mobius.
Mummius is correct. 15 points for Team C on toss-up 10, and after 10, let's check on the score.
All right, after 10 questions, Team A has 20 points. Team B has yet to score. Team C has 100 points.
Yep. Leave quickly if you're coming in, find the seats. As quickly as you can. Wait. Okay. Yes, we got a ruling on Uranus not being a god. That's rejected. We think the word god encompasses Uranus well enough. All right. Toss-up 11 for all teams. Listen carefully to the following fable adapted from Aesop about a young cow, which I will read twice. Then responde latine to the questions that follow. Olim vaca juvenis taurum senem spectabat. Tauros res graves in agris portabat. Vaca ridens inquit, vita tua est misera serve, quod semper laboras. Ego tamen sum libera, et possum sub arbore dormire, et aquam ex flumine bibere. Sed postridie, homo vacam capit, necavit et consumsit, tunc taurus risit. And I'm repeating the passage. Olim vaca juvenis taurum senem spectabat. Taurus res graves in agris portabat. Vaca ridens inquit, vita tua est misera serve, quod semper laboras. Ego tamen sum libera, et possum sub arbore dormire, et aquam ex flumine bibere. Sed postridie, homo vacam capit, necavit et consumsit, tunc taurus risit. And the question, qualis,
C4.
Senem?
I'm sorry, senem is not correct.
B1.
Senex erat.
I'm going to have to disqualify Team A for answering out of turn. Okay. B1.
Grauem.
I'm sorry, Grauem is not correct. The full question was, qualis est vita tauri in sententia vacae? And so I could have taken grauis, but I did need a nominative to match vita, qualis, and vita in the question. So we could have taken grauis, misera, dura, or occupata. But that is no points on toss-up 11. Toss-up 12 for all teams. In the world of mythology, even music can be deadly. What instrument was created?
C1.
Answer please.
The lyre.
The lyre is correct.
Oh my god.
What instrument was created from a turtle at the hands of baby Hermes? The lyre. Bonus 1 for Team C. What music teacher of Heracles was killed with his own lyre?
Because he's like the guy from Yeah, can you repeat?
What music teacher of Heracles was killed with his own lyre?
Linus.
Linus is correct. Bonus 2. How did Apollo kill the satyr Marsyas after defeating Marsyas in a music contest by playing his lyre upside down, a feat that Marsyas could not match with his flute?
He was fighting. Can you repeat?
How did Apollo kill the satyr Marsyas after defeating Marsyas in a music contest by playing his lyre upside down, a feat that Marsyas could not match with his flute?
He was flayed.
Yes, he was flayed. That's correct. 20 points for Team C on toss-up 12. Toss-up 13 for all teams. Translate into Latin. In the forum, the merchants are selling
A2.
In foro mercatores togas vendunt.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. For teams B and C only, translate into Latin. In the forum, the merchants are selling many.
C4.
In foro mercatores multa vendunt.
Did you say your second last word again?
Multa?
That's correct.
Yes. So,
In foro mercatores multa vendunt. Bonus 1 for team C. Translate. 2 of the 4 merchants were selling wine.
it's duo x. Wait, no.
Can you repeat?
Translate. 2 of the 4 merchants were selling wine.
Duo.
Answer, please.
Duo x quator mercatores vinum vendebant.
That was very close, but instead of mercatoris, we needed mercatoribus.
Oh, that was so close.
Duo ex quatuor mercatoribus vinum vendebant. So bonus 2, translate. This wine is better than that wine.
Okay, it's so it's illic vinum
Can you repeat?
est.
Translate. This wine is better than that wine.
Okay, so it's like illic vinum.
Answer, please.
Illic vinum est melius quam.
I need you to complete your answer.
What?
I'm sorry, I can't take that. So, hoc vinum est melius quam ille vinum.
That's so close.
So yeah, you gave me ille on the first one, ille on the second one. Yeah, a hoc. So 10 points for Team C on toss-up 13. Toss-up 14 for all teams. Which of Zeus's sisters, who received the first offering at every...
B1.
Hera.
I'm sorry, Hera is not correct.
C1.
Hestia.
Hestia is correct. Who received the first offering at every sacrifice in the household and remained childless, was the firstborn of the Olympians. It's Hestia. Bonus 1. Which 2 Olympian gods did Hestia reject as potential suitors?
Can you repeat?
Which 2 Olympian gods did Hestia reject as potential suitors?
I think Zeus and Poseidon. Okay, I've heard of it. Zeus and Poseidon?
No, sorry. It's not Zeus and Poseidon. I have Poseidon and Apollo.
Oh, brother.
Bonus 2. When Poseidon and Apollo were hired to build the walls of Troy, they were aided by what mortal who later became a judge in the underworld?
Can you repeat?
When Poseidon and Apollo were hired to build the walls of Troy, they were aided by what mortal who later became a judge in the underworld? Answer, please.
Radamanthus.
No, sorry, it's Aeacus.
Dang it! I'm sorry.
10 points for Team C on toss-up 14. Toss-up 15 for all teams. When recognized, perform or describe the following commands. Surge et ad caelum lat...
C4.
Wolf, wolf.
That's correct. Et ad caelum latra similis cani. Bonus 1 for Team C. Perform or describe the following commands. Ambulate circulum mensam et mugite similes bovibus.
Oh, okay, so we walk around the table and then we move like cows.
Can we pretend like always? Yeah, can you repeat?
Perform or describe the following commands. Ambulate circulum mensam et mugite similes
So we all like
bovibus.
walk around the
Okay,
table.
let's pretend like.
So we're
This
walking
is a
around the
table.
This
This
is
is
a
a
table.
table.
Got it.
And we're walking around it.
Right,
We're walking
everyone.
this way.
Move. That's her answer.
That's correct.
Yeah!
Good job climbing the table. Bonus 2. Perform or describe the following commands. Sedete in terra et facete sonos similes muribus.
Okay, so wait, go speak. Okay. Wait, what?
Can you repeat?
Perform or describe the following actions. Sedete in terra et facete sonos similes muribus.
So it's like we make sounds like similar to like what the
Is
song
it
is.
also-
Answer, please.
You want to perform, like speak like my. Squeak.
This is what I was
All that sitting. Okay. Yes, that's correct.
Let's go.
20 points for Team C on toss of 15, and at the 3/4 mark, what's the score?
After 15, Team A has 20, Team B has yet to score, Team C has numbers.
We left your house.
Sorry about the table thing. We can't really.
Oh, it's
What's
fine.
set up
We
we're
did
gonna have
perfect.
when we drag these
Let's
questions.
We did amazing. I was actually. This is a game.
One of us should have been the table. No, just say.
Toss of 16 for all teams. What king of Caledon?
A3.
Aeneas.
Aeneas is correct. What king of Caledon so angered Artemis that she unleashed a boar on his land and people? It's Aeneas. Bonus 1. Meleager killed his uncles when they attempted to claim the boar's hide for themselves, ultimately leading to his own death. Name them.
Toxius and Plexippus.
I defer to A3.
Toxius and Plexippus.
Toxius and Plexippus are correct. And bonus 2. What hunter accidentally killed Eurytion during the hunt, but then succeeded him as king of Phthia?
Repeat.
What hunter accidentally killed Eurytion during the hunt, but then succeeded him as king of Phthia?
Just say something.
Why not Tor?
I need you to be more specific.
When not Tor, Alicurius.
No, I'm sorry. That's not correct. I mean, he was a hunter. I thought I'd give you the benefit of the doubt. Peleus is what we were looking for. So 15 points for Team A on toss-up 16. Toss-up 17 for all teams. Secundum praeter.
C4.
Answer, please.
Ordinal numbers.
Sorry, ordinal numbers are not correct. All right, for teams A and B only. Secundum, praeter, apud, and ad are all prepositions.
A2.
Accusative.
Accusative is correct. Governing what case? The accusative, bonus 1. Which of the following prepositions cannot govern the same case as the others? Coram, tenos, pro, kiss.
Please repeat.
Which of the following prepositions cannot govern the same case as the others? Coram, tenos, pro, kiss.
So it's either tennis or pro. Or kiss. I don't know if tennis or kiss.
Well, it's
I
a
think
50-50
kiss sounds silly.
guess.
Let's say
Answer, please.
tennis.
Sorry, it's kiss. And bonus 2. Some ablative words like causa and gratia are used similarly to prepositions. When they are, what case usually accompanies them?
Genitive.
Genitive is correct. 15 points for Team A on toss-up 17. Toss-up 18 for all teams. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Quibus literis abreviatur praenomen Titus.
C2.
T is correct. Bonus 1. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Quibus literis abreviatur praenomen Gnaeus.
Oh, secret.
Yeah. Okay. I defer to
CN, or CN period, is correct. And bonus 2, responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Quibus litteris abreviatur praenomen servius. SER is correct. That's 20 points for Team C on toss-up 18. Toss-up 19 for all teams. In Book 7 of Homer's Iliad, which Greek warrior stands first to accept?
C1.
Answer, please.
Ajax.
I'm sorry, Ajax is not correct. B2? Menelaus is correct. Stands first to accept Hector's challenge to single combat, but has his certain death prevented by Agamemnon's intervention, who encourages his brother to make a wiser decision than trying to fight the mightiest Trojan. It's Menelaus. Bonus 1 for Team B. What Greek chieftain tells a story about his long past defeat of Ereuthalion, goading the other chieftains into volunteering for the duel? Which Greek chieftain tells a story about his long past defeat of Ereuthalion, goading the other chieftains into volunteering for the duel? Answer, please.
Final answer, Odysseus.
I'm sorry, it's not Odysseus, it's Nestor of St. Pylos. Bonus 2. How do the Greek chieftains decide which of them will duel Hector? Answer, please.
Final answer, rock, paper, scissors.
No, sorry, it's not rock, paper, scissors. They drew lots.
Are you kidding? Sure, are you kidding?
I believe they put the lots in somebody's helmet and showed it around and everyone. So that's 10 points for Team B on toss-up 19. Before the final toss-up, we'll have a score check, and if there are any challenges, bring them on up after the score check.
The score check after 19, Team A has 50, Team B has 10, Team C has 180.
Anything you need to deal with?
I challenged the rock, paper, scissors answer. I think that should be considered correct. I do.
I reject your challenge. Toss up 20 for all teams. Tigidius Perennis and the freedman Cleander.
C3.
Commodus.
Say again?
Commodus.
Commodus is correct. Served under what notorious emperor who fought in gladiatorial games and renamed the city after himself during his reign from 180 to 192 AD? Bonus 1, in 188 AD, Cleander appointed himself equal to the Praetorian prefects, and by 190 AD was replaced by what prefect who played a role in the assassination of Commodus 2 years later?
Yes.
In 188 AD, Cleander appointed himself equal to the Praetorian prefects, and by 190 AD was replaced by what prefect who played a role in the assassination of Commodus 2 years later? Answer, please. Sorry, it's not Pertinax. This is Lytus. Aemilianus Lytus. Bonus 2. What successor of Commodus was accompanied to the Praetorian camp by Lytus and proclaimed emperor, though he only ruled for 87 days? Pertinax is correct. 15 points for Team C on toss of 20. Let's hear the final score.
For our final score, we have Georgia with 50, North Carolina with 10, Florida with 109.
Mr. Mayor, go talk to him. He's okay.